All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is the 10th. It is Sunday. It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And just a special thank you because if not but for all the mothers out there, none of us would be here. So, a very sincere thank you to all of you. And I hope everybody has a very enjoyable day today. So, I will keep this brief. And just want to make sure I get you guys what you need to prepare for this week. Hopefully, you're all with your families this week and hanging out and having a great time. If you get a minute, you can hopefully watch this video. Just going to keep it to probably a few minutes here and just give you exactly what you need to approach and be prepared for the market this week. So let's get started. U.S. economic calendar. Got to see what's going on. Remember, we don't care about what the news says. We just care about the reaction. We just need to know when can there be volume and volatility injected into the market, and that typically comes on news, events, earnings, etc. So this week is a pretty decent week, actually, as far as data is concerned. We're going to have our CPI, PPI, and then our jobless claims. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be big. Start on Monday, existing home sales. So we got nothing in the pre-market, 10 a.m. I think we'll have a little bit of movement there, right? And a lot of times when we do have the data days that come out, or excuse me, the data just comes out shortly thereafter the market open, 10 a.m., we want to make sure maybe the 30-minute rule is in effect and just let that play out. And a lot of those days, the market shows you where it doesn't want to go first before it tells you where it is going to go. We'll see how tomorrow will play out. But existing home sales, 10 a.m., right into CPI in the pre-market on Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. And then on to PPI the next day, 8:30 a.m. as well there, right? So overnight data from Tuesday or Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, and then Wednesday to Thursday, jobless claims at 8:30. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like I said. And then on to Friday, really light day Friday, have a little bit of data just before the market open, 9:15, you can see it there. And so I'm not really concerned about Friday. It's going to be CPI Tuesday, PPI Wednesday, jobless claims Friday that we're going to want to pay attention to. Okay, let's go to the market. Let's look at SPY. Very strong, breaking up over all-time highs. Structurally very bullish, right? Just really our trend indicator, the ADMA here, just following it on up. So what are we going to look for this week? Okay, in an uptrend, look for buyable pullbacks. So where can we see? Well, we had a double top here. I'm looking for a breakout and retest, potentially a pullback into the ADMA. Now, this is SPY is strong. It doesn't have to pull back, but if it does, I'll be ready to wait for to see buyers just step in. And I think the big area I'm going to be watching is 725 to maybe like 727, right? This little bit of a gap, or 728, excuse me. This gap to fill here on the daily, and we also have the 8 EMA here as well. So a lot of confluence. Okay, but if the market just wants to break up over these highs at 730, 750, then it's going to break up over the highs. You take the break and hold of the highs. Okay, but initially, I think if we open up below this, you can look for potential weakness that could start a pullback into this 725. If we do reject, we break and hold above, just get long and strong. Do not fight it. The trend is your friend. Two big levels, 725, 730, 750. You'll want to watch this week. Q's way strong here, crazy strong. Okay, can we get a viable dip into 683, 685? You see the ADMA here. You see that small gap up. That's what I'd be looking for, but this thing is strong and it doesn't have to pull back. And if it does, they can be very light pullbacks. That's all it's going to need before it could keep cooking higher. I think you just marked 711 that high. And I'm going to look right at 685 at the beginning of this gap to fill. And that's going to be where, if we can, that's like 25 points lower, but if we can, get that pullback. That's what I'll be looking for. But you can look at this 700 whole round number, right? Psychological number here, 700. That could be your first potential viable dip. And maybe we just put a level here just to mark that down. But you can see where we had some resistance there. We gapped up and just went. Okay, so 700 and then 685. We're looking for viable pullbacks here on QQQ. Very strong name. IWM. Maybe basing out of here again before we head higher. Structurally, I'm bullish above 280, which are these recent highs that we just broke out of. I would love for a breakout and retest back into 280, but it doesn't look like we're going to get all the way down there. I think you just looked at the ADMA to hold. Maybe we see another kind of flag out like this happen right here, and then look for a push higher. Break over 287.50. will be the all-time highs, and you'd want to look at longs. If we break and hold above that area, I think dips can be buyable into the ADMA. So just watch. Anything is close to 280, I like. But if we can't get down there, you can just watch this like 282, 283 area. We'll see where the ADMA opens up tomorrow, and then we can just move from there. Okay, so 280 structurally above 280, I like longs here on IWM. Underneath that, there is a short setup under 280, and I think we can pull this thing back into about 270. But just as long as we stay above the ADMA here and above that 280, I'm looking at longs. So we'll see where the ADMA opens up tomorrow. Couple names, only a couple names I'm watching. We crushed NVIDIA. Great trade last week. Now let's see if we can roll some stuff out to some further dated, maybe some September calls. I don't know. I'll be more so updating in real time tomorrow morning after the market opens, and I can kind of have a better understanding of where the open interest will shift, and then I'll be able to share with you guys exactly what I'll be looking for. But definitely probably some September calls here because we are flirting with a huge potential breakout. Okay, of a very long base that we've had. But I think if we could get a Bible dip into 203, you could just see, we had some previous resistance here and then we broke above, but this thing is strong, right? So, if we can, I think I'll watch the 8 EMA here as well as we've now, we had been above it when we had lost it, we had reclaimed it. So I'm looking to see if we get a dip, buyable dip, maybe starting at 207, 206. Definitely would be interested at 203, but we'll just have to wait and see. Definitely watching the video. I'd like to roll out some contracts here. We absolutely crushed this name last week. The other name I'll be watching, RKLB. This is a EP name. I don't want to step on any toes, but we are all-time high breakout with huge volume confirmation. So if we're breaking out this all-time high, I think you can look at dips into the psychological 100 level. If we can get a buyable dip, I would love it. But you can see we had like a 20-point update here. Huge day on RKLB. So let's see. Do we get a buyable dip back into 100? And that's where I would be looking on this name. Like I said, I do not want to step on EP's toes. You can watch or go into his channel and see the levels he'll be watching, but I'm pretty sure everybody's seeing this all-time high break. So breakout and retest, favorite setup. Let's see if we can get some action here on RKLB. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you. I told you I wanted to get to the nuts and bolts. Again, happy Mother's Day to everybody, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys bright and early on the pre-market huddle. Peace.